Welcome back to our series on nuts. This next video is going to focus on unsaturated fat. Fat is one of the three macromolecules that our bodies need to function. Dietary fat is specifically the fat that comes from the food that we eat. When we eat any sort of fat, our bodies break it down into smaller pieces called fatty acids, which can enter the bloodstream and are transported throughout the body. The body uses these fatty acids to make fats for things like energy storage, insulation, as well as heat production. It is important to note that not all dietary fats are created equal, as they have different effects on the body. For example, some increase the risk for disease, while others help prevent it. There are two main types of dietary fats: saturated fats and unsaturated fats. Saturated fats are those that are solid at room temperature. Some examples include the fat found in both meat and dairy products. On the other hand, unsaturated fats are liquids at room temperature. Vegetable oils, nuts, and fish are all examples. It is important to note that most foods contain a mix of both types of fat, but some have higher levels than others. What really differentiates the different types of fats is their chemical structures. As you can see in the image on the left-hand side, saturated fats have no double bonds, while unsaturated fats have at least one double bond. Because there are no double bonds in saturated fat, it gives them a linear structure, which allows them to pack tightly together and also makes them solid at room temperature. Also, saturated fat has been linked to higher levels of LDL or bad cholesterol, which increases the risk of plaque buildup in the arteries. On the other hand, the double bond in unsaturated fats creates a kink in the molecule and does not allow them to pack tightly together, thus remaining liquid at room temperature. Unsaturated fats are known for lowering LDL or bad cholesterol levels and improving overall heart health. Now we are going to discuss the two different types of unsaturated fat: monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Monounsaturated fats only have one double bond in their chemical structure. These are commonly found in foods such as olive oil, avocados, almonds, hazelnuts, pecans, pumpkin seeds, as well as sesame seeds. Polyunsaturated fats, on the other hand, have two or more double bonds. They are commonly found in foods such as fatty fishes like salmon and tuna, flax seeds, walnuts, as well as sunflower, corn, and soybean oils. In order to absorb fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K, dietary fat must be present. Without sufficient fat, the body cannot efficiently utilize these vitamins, leading to deficiencies. You might be wondering, how are these fat-soluble vitamins and fat absorbed? We are going to walk through the process step by step. First, fat-soluble vitamins must be eaten with dietary fat to trigger digestive enzymes and bile. The gallbladder then releases bile to break down fats in the small intestine. The fat-soluble vitamins are then incorporated into tiny fat clusters, which transport them to the intestinal lining. The vitamins are then absorbed into the cells. Then the fat-soluble vitamins are packaged into shuttles and enter the bloodstream. Lastly, the vitamins are delivered to the liver, fat tissue, and muscles to be used or stored by the body. It is important to note that this is different than water-soluble vitamins, which cannot be stored by the body. Lastly, let's discuss how much fat you really need. For most adults, the recommended daily fat intake is 20 to 35% of their total daily calories, with less than 10% coming from saturated fat. The American Heart Association even suggests that at least 8 to 10% of daily calories should come from polyunsaturated fats. It has been found that eating up to 15% polyunsaturated fat in place of saturated fat has been shown to lower risk of heart disease. Thank you again for joining me today. Our last video will cover different types of nuts and their unique nutrients.